Hello. I hope everyone can hear me. Man, I feel like I'm a little bit messy today. Hmm. Can you all hear me? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, yes. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us. I feel like it's been a long day because let's see, I had a call today, plus we do our live every day from 5 o'clock. And then there's all this. I had to rush and eat just to be able to run back upstairs and do this. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to invite our guest to come on while I chat a little bit and get to know you all. Let us know a little bit about where you're from. Give me a second. Let me get our host. Perfect. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a day. So I don't know if you all know, but we have started doing Instagram lives every day since this pandemic and the shut-in. So I started on Monday. Trisha, I promoted you. I cannot see you or hear you yet. There we go.
Hey!
Yay! That's perfect. I was just telling everyone about our Instagram lives that we're doing, and it's been really cool. I've committed to do a live every day this week at 5 o'clock. We're saying 5 o'clock for now.
Wow! I love that goal.
With every live, we invite a small business owner to come to join us on the live so that they can talk about their challenges that they're facing throughout this whole pandemic. And, we can try to brainstorm new marketing.
I love that. I love that.
Really good. So if anyone wants to be a part of our live, just jump onto our Instagram page, Canadian Small Businesswoman, and you'll see a post. We did one today and one on Friday. And just comment on the post with what your business is about. And we'll put you in the pool so that when we're pulling hats, we know who we're pulling for that day. It's pretty awesome. The first day it was with an event planner. And you can only imagine because events are being canceled left and right. And she was talking about just, creative ways of doing your events. So that was kind of cool. And yesterday we talked to a business from out in BC, and they do online courses. So it was kind of worked out here.
Right on. Good topic.
Yeah.
You should put a link to your Instagram on the chat box too.
Yes, actually, that is so smart.
Thinking like a marketer. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome. I love how you're doing that because then it makes people not feel so alone, and then you're bringing everybody as a community. And that's what I love. Like, so many people are doing so many things to pool that community spirit, even online. So it's fabulous. Love it.
Good. It's really, we have to really think of all the positives that can come out of all of this. And I think we've all been pretty creative, and I like it. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, cool. I see it. Okay. Good stuff.
Perfect. So before I hand everything over to you, I usually forget to do this part until I'm ready to hand over. Not everybody knows who I am. So hi, everyone. I'm Dwaynia. And I'm the founder of Canadian Small Businesswoman, and I love doing things like these webinars because I love to learn. So I have my notebook and my pen ready because I need to create some online courses too. So why not learn together? So this is why we bring the experts in so that we can teach not just you, but me, how to incorporate these ideas into our businesses. So we do these, we try to do them twice a month. We do have in-person events, but we don't know how that's going for the rest of the year yet. So we have an amazing resource website that you can check out if you're looking for tools for your small business. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Trisha. And Trisha, I will run your deck and you can introduce yourself. And I don't know if there are any questions you want to ask anyone. If there's anything, you see what I see.
Okay.
In terms of the screen. And if any questions pop up, I will try to field those for you as well. But we will see the same thing.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I guess I'll first start off by saying if I'm looking this way, it's because my big monitor's this way and I'm not wearing my glasses. So my small monitor's in front of me where you guys are. So thank you everybody for being here. I'm so glad you are. I promise that this is going to be completely tip-filled and you are going to get stuff out of this. So I hope you're just excited as I am to teach this because this is one of my passion project. So what I want to start off by saying is I love what Dwayne said about how this time and what we're going through is helping people become creative. And that's what we're doing. I mean, they're just, I'm seeing so many creative things out there. And I think it's because people are in a different situation, which naturally gets us creative anyway. And we want to stay connected. And I like to think that during every bad thing that happens, there's always that glimpse, at least, of opportunity out there. And if you think about it, I mean, if you're working corporately or you're working at the same job, like just, you know, if you consider all those times you said, wow, this commute is just driving me nuts and I want to spend more time with my family, or I want to have more time to reach out to my friends or do my house projects or to do something I truly love, and that's coming from my heart, and I want the time to be able to think about what that is and truly be able to do it. And you know, obviously I wish the circumstances were different, but I think this time is really giving us that opportunity to do all of those things. But just imagine if it could be like that all the time, and just imagine if it could be like that all the time but we didn't have this horrible virus going around. And just imagine if it could be like that all the time. And on top of that, we got regular income coming in every single month. Like, wouldn't that be completely amazing? And that's what I'm here to show you, is that something like that can happen, and it has happened for people through something as simple as an online course. So before I get too much further into this, can everybody hear me okay? Like, am I loud? Okay. Am I too loud? Because sometimes I get too loud, but I'm okay. Okay, good. So I'm going to continue. So basically, as you know, what this webinar is about is how to build your online course. And I'm just going to start off by saying I can't promise you that building an online course is going to make you millions of dollars. I'm hoping it does, but I'm not saying it will. But what I can promise you is that it'll at least take you in steps in the right direction to start making some money you otherwise wouldn't be making. And I'm taking you into a step in the right direction to open up opportunities you may not otherwise have gotten. And if you listen to all of these great millionaires and billionaires, like, one of the lessons they always teach us is that in order to make some serious money, what you need to do is let go of that one-on-one work and start thinking about the one-on-many. How can you take your knowledge and reach as many people as possible? And that's what they all do, and they all have their online courses. And so it's possible. It's possible to make things like that happen. Your knowledge and your skills, very first thing you need to understand is your knowledge and your skills is got value attached to it. All right, so you guys, I'd love to hear in the chat, if you guys have a second, just quickly type into the chat what kind of industries you're in. I just want to get a sense of who we've got here. I want to know, especially the specialized people, like, what are those specialized skills out there? What have you guys got going for me here? Oh, holistic, I love it. Electrician, I'm not quite sure what that is.
Oh, I can tell you because I know who that is.
Oh, do you? What is? Okay, let's hear it. Let's quickly hear this. What's the look?
I think dreadlocks.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Okay, that's definitely a skill a lot of people don't have, right?
Yeah.
And especially times like this where people cannot go to their hairdressers, like, oh my goodness. So start thinking creatively. We've got image consultant. This is amazing. So we've got like this whole skilled, you know, audience here, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So what I want to teach you guys how to do is to take those fabulous, wonderful skills, take what's in your heart, take the service that you know can help other people. And this is what I want you to think about as we're going through this training. Okay, sound good? You guys can all do that. I've got my notes here, so if you hear rumbling, I haven't looked at them yet. I'm probably way off course, but this is what happens when you get excited. But what I'm going to do is get Dwayne to, oh, you're ahead of me. You've got my slide deck up and going. So
I have it
we're going
up.
to start off with slide number 1, which is the title of the course. So monetize your knowledge. So basically, like I said, it is possible to take what you know and to monetize your knowledge and actually get paid for your skill set. Now, as you probably know, people always say, write a book. And everyone always asks, like, who's got a book in them? And I bet if I asked this audience, most people would say, who here's got a book in them? Everyone's, right? Everyone's always wanted to write a book.
I never wanted to write a book, and we just launched our book last month.
That I saw that. That's a beautiful book. That is a beautiful book. You should put the link to that in there as well.
I'll put that in.
We didn't set this up, by the way. I saw her book and I think it looks amazing. So everyone always says, get your book out there. But what are the reasons people want to write a book? They want to write it basically to show their skill set, to show that they're an online authority, and to open up other opportunities for them. Now, some people will write a book to make money. And I can tell you right now, it's not easy making money off a book. You need to use some really good marketing strategies. You need to package that baby up with other things. But look at those main reasons for doing it. Now, if you have an online course, it opens the same opportunities. It's still showing your skill set. You're still getting to talk about what you love about, but you could do it in a lot less time, which is bonus. And you're also using it to build your online authority, which is bonus. Now, I'm going to tell you another trick. If you take all that material that you're going to use to build your online course, you can build your ebook from that material because you've already got it all laid out perfectly like a book. So you can make an entire ebook off of your online course, or better, you could take all of your lesson material and you could create a series of ebooks with your name on it. So then you can say to people, it's like, I'm a published online course author and I'm a published author, because you are. And how many of your competitors are going to be able to say that, by the way? And marketing strategy wise, I mean, you could do things like give away your 2 ebooks, your first 2 for free, and then you kind of build up the need for them to get all your other ones as they come out. There's lots of ways you can use it. But like I said, a lot of this is not just about making money, it's about opening up those opportunities you otherwise wouldn't have. All right, next slide, please. Thank you. I'm sorry. I feel so like I should be doing. Yeah, so okay. So here, I appreciate it. So guys, this is what we're going to cover. Like through this very brief webinar, I'm going to cover a lot of material. Sorry if I talk fast. I get excited. I talk fast. I can't help myself. But it just means I could cram more in. So I will try to fit it all within an hour. So within this hour, I promise you that you guys will be a lot more crystal clear on the course topic that you want to do. I'm going to give you steps that are going to get you super excited about how to do marketing, and also to help you build the framework. And I'm going to give you tools that you can use, okay? So does that sound like a good promise over the next hour?
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent. All right, next slide, please. Right? So what I want everybody to know is you could build an online course on just about anything. So let's have a look at some topics. This is just off the top of my head. Next slide. Okay. So Excel, Word, WordPress, fitness, music theory. If you know how to play guitar. Oh, did you guys see, I'm off topic a little bit, but did you guys see that YouTube video where a kid was scrolling through and one of the Beatles guitar players was giving out free lessons just like to help people through this terrible situation and helping people connect? So this kid runs down to his father and says, "Dad, Beatles guys teaching me how to play guitar." It's cool, right? So I thought that was a fun story. But anyway, see, just about anything. And I thought I put this one in here too, how to telepathically communicate with your cat. I mean, really, if people could write a course on that, you've got an audience for just about anything you know how to do. That's not my course, by the way. Next slide, please. All right, so you might be thinking, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I tried my best to make the process as easy as possible to build your online course. But I'm not going to lie, it does take a lot of commitment. It takes work. But so does anything really good in life, right? So you might be thinking to yourself, well, why bother? Why bother putting in so many hours into this project? But here are just a few of my favorite reasons why you should bother. Okay, first of all, who here has ever wanted a side gig business, right? And what, again, to those millionaires and billionaires, what's their advice? Always have multiple streams of income, especially, I mean, this is proof that we're living in. You never know what's going to happen, right? So you never know which of those multiple streams of income is the one that you're going to have to rely on whenever something like this happens. So always try to have those multiple sources of income coming in. Building an online course, as I mentioned, you gain authority. You guys can read all of those other wonderful things. What I really liked or loved the most when I used to work corporately and I started a little business on the side, what I loved the most was tax time. Because if you have a creative accountant, you get a lot of money back during tax time if you're working and you have a side gig. It's like Christmas. It was amazing. But as soon as I stopped working corporately and just went in my business, well, then, you know, it turns into giving to government, just going, okay, give us. And you know, it kind of sucks the other way around until you start making money, of course. But definitely a good reason to build, definitely a good benefit, one of the benefits, okay? And it also helps you kickstart into funnels. So you guys probably heard funnels as the new marketing term. It's basically just packaging up your stuff in a different way. So it gives you another product that you can use to package things up or to sell. So lots and lots of reasons to do an online course. I'll just give you one of my favorite. It helps you get discovered. So as I launched, it was my first course that I had ever launched 3 years ago now. I started to get business from all around the world. I started to get requests from quotes from like all corners of the globe. And then I actually started to have a global audience business. So it helped me get new clients. So who doesn't like that, right? And eventually I'm going to want to do more speaking opportunities. So I'm going to give my course. I'm going to be like, look, if you guys aren't sure if you want to use me or not, take my free course. This is my style. Like this is what I do and this is what I teach, right? So you can use it in many, many different ways. Next slide. Thank you. This here is not a picture of the coronavirus, okay? So I know we're all used to looking at these maps lately. What this is a snapshot of, I thought it would be fun to show you where all my current students are coming from. So these are all my current students all around the world who are taking my courses right now. I just love looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, I got students in the middle of the ocean. So all these little tiny islands over, it's fabulous. I love it. So very, very exciting. And again, this is the type of reach that me personally as a one-off business will have a very difficult time. Well, online it's easier, but I would have a very difficult time reaching some of these places on my own. So having an online course allows me to reach these people in all these different wonderful places in the world. Okay, next slide. And I just want you to know that what I'm about to teach you is really as easy as 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do, we're going to find your keywords because all marketing always starts with your keywords. Okay, we're going to find questions that people are asking and start answering them. And then we're going to do some ethical spying. So I want you guys to all put your spy hats on because I'm going to show you how to do some online hacking and to get some secret information off your competitors. It's going to be fun. Awesome. So this is what I want you to think of when we're spying, okay? This guy right here. All right, so you guys ready? So I'm going to dive right in and I'm going to show you where I always start when I'm starting an online course. And what I want to let you know as well is that all of these things and all of these tools I'm teaching you are all part of my online course on how to build an online course. And it's my marketing formula that I developed for myself. So anything I teach you probably wouldn't have seen put together like this anywhere else. And it's the method that I go through. And that's why I could build my courses like really, really super fast. It's because I've developed this formula. So I definitely am really happy to share some of this with you guys, okay? So this is my first one. always start where the biggest opportunities are and where the biggest players are. So if you're going to build an online course, the biggest player, well, maybe the second biggest player, but we'll just call them the biggest player, is called Udemy. So udemy.com, the biggest online course platform. And fortunately, Udemy does this amazing job of giving us information that we need in order to kind of decide what kind of course is going to be successful or not. So this kind of in a nutshell is the steps you're going to take. So you're going to go to this website link here. I'm sorry it's not clickable on the slide, but just write it down, or you could do a search called just Udemy Marketplace Insights on your Google, and that will bring it up. And basically what you're going to do is start off broad. So if you're in, let's say, what were some other things people were in? Nutrition, okay? So if you're in nutrition and personal training, but let's say within nutrition, you want to focus on vitamin deficiencies, let's say. You're kind of toying around. I mean, there's many, many things under nutrition you could do, right? But you're like, but then I could also do this, and you're not sure. So you would start off with the broad term nutrition, and you just kind of go down from there. And basically what we're trying to do when we start is we want to try to find out who the top courses are, and we want to find out what makes them the top course and what's in demand and how much money these courses are making as well, because wouldn't that be good to know ahead of time, is if you're going into something that could actually make you money per month and how much you could possibly make, whether or not there's going to be an audience there or not. These are all the things we're going to find out. Okay, so everyone, you could, I know you won't have time to do it now, but everyone, I hope, had time to write that URL down. And now I'm going to show you what to do with it. The other thing I'll quickly mention is when you go to that URL, they are going to ask you to create an instructor account on Udemy, but that's okay, because you guys are all here because you do have the intention of building that online course, right? So go ahead, set up your instructor account. That's going to kind of give a sign to the universe that you're ready anyway. So that's your first step. Then you're going to go to this URL. Sorry, I forgot to mention that ahead of time. So next slide, please. Okay. So when you get to that URL, this is the top of the page, what you're going to see. And basically, see where it says at the very top in gray, at the very, very top, it says real estate, right, with a little X beside it. That, when you get on that page, that's going to ask you to put that basically what you're searching for. So that's where you would put in your broad keyword. So again, that girl that was new nutrition, that's where you would put in the word nutrition. So what happens if you look at the bottom is the student demand. Only ever do something like if the student demand is high, because obviously it's going to be easier to sell if there's going to be a lot of audience for what you've got, right? Then it says number of courses high. Number of courses is basically tells you how competitive the market is. Ideally, in an ideal world, if you see something with high student demand with a low number of courses, get your course done as quickly as possible, because that means that you are going to make some serious friggin' money super, super fast, because people want that course. And again, Udemy is the largest platform in the world globally. So if there's a lot of demand for something, you are talking like thousands and thousands of students that want it. So keep doing your searches until you can kind of hit that equation. Now, Udemy is very saturated, so chances are there's going to be high student demand and a high number of courses. So I'm going to help you guys. So don't worry, I'm going to show you guys what to do in those situations to still come out on top, right? Now, if you look a little bit to the right of that, see this is $23. That's on average how much courses are making per month. And then the top revenue, the highest revenue generator under real estate is $400 a month. And $400 a month coming in without doing anything is pretty good, right? But some of these courses on Udemy per month, like the highest rated course per month, literally are in the thousands, which is crazy. Is anybody here in IT, by the way? Because if anybody here knows any IT programs, you can make so much money, like it's crazy. And when I'm talking per month, you can make $3,000 to $5,000 a month, literally just doing your thing once, going through my stuff, which takes less than, could take you less than an hour to do. And you're basically making $1,000 for months and months and months and months, like maybe even the rest of your life. Not a bad deal.
I have a
Okay.
quick question here.
Yeah, sorry.
Karen wanted to know, is there anything else aside from Udemy?
Oh, there's many, many platforms. Oh, yeah. We're just doing our market research right now. So if you're doing your market research, start with Udemy just because it's the largest. There's many platforms. So this is just the research part of it. You could put your course on whatever platform you want.
I think
right?
Sarah just said there's Thinkific.
Oh yeah, we could go, there's many of them. And the other thing I'll let you guys know is once you have your course up on Udemy, those other course platforms will find you. So to get your course on Udemy, they have a very strict scanning process to basically just kind of decide if your course meets their standard qualities, and they have very high standard qualities. So if your course is on Udemy, these other platforms know it's a damn good course that have already passed the quality standards, so they will seek you out. I get requests all the time. And the good thing about that is, okay, so I'll tell you guys one of my really quick stories. One of the courses that I first had up was found by a place in the US. And for a few months while my course was on there, before it became outdated, I was making between, it was like 1,500 to 2,500 US a month, literally maybe answering just 1 or 2 questions per month from students. Not a bad deal. This is what potentially can happen, guys. I'm not kidding, because it happened to me. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't even think. I should have taken some screenshots so you guys could have really got motivated to see that. It's not happening now, but I did just finish updating that course, and now I'm going to start circulating it out there again. So
Does it cost to have an instructor's view on Udemy? An instructor account? What's the fee?
Oh, it's free.
Oh,
Anything I'm showing you today is all free, by the way.
awesome.
I know. So do it. Absolutely. Okay, next screen, please. I'll show you what else you could do on Udemy Instructor Insights. So see where it says 84th percent. So the higher that percentile is, again, the higher demand. So you can kind of graphically see it. So again, if you're really, really want to teach something and there's not a lot of demand for it, don't be discouraged. Like, still do it, because like I said, there's a lot of other benefits. But I'm just saying, if there's super high demand, it's going to be a lot easier for you to sell your course, especially if there's not as many competitors. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys want to learn my first little ninja trick. It's not really a ninja trick, but it's kind of a ninja trick. One thing you want to look for, so see the graphs at the bottom, it says top search keywords. First of all, you're going to look at that, and it kind of tells you what the Udemy hotkey words are. So see where it says real estate agent. So if I was writing my course description, I would make sure, and my course title, I would make sure it said real estate agent in it, because that's the top keyword under that category. Easy stuff, right? Okay, the next keyword is real estate, obvious, right? The next one is wholesaling real estate. So, you just kind of, and the percentages go down from there, but make sure you get at least that very top keyword. That's a Udemy hot keyword. And the trick, one little ninja trick, when you create your course title, if you take that keyword, real estate agent, and put it in your course title, and then you have another way to say the exact same thing that's very similar. So I don't know another way to say real estate agent. You can say real estate agents with an S at the end, but something kind of similar, but it's a little different. And you have both of them in the title, but make it a nice title still. It gets a little tricky. But that really pumps up the algorithms on Udemy. So when people put in a search term for real estate agent, they'll be like, oh, look, this person's just screaming real estate agent course. And it just helps you come up a little bit higher. It's just a little Udemy trick. Okay. On the right, see where that star is? Anytime you see a little asterisk yellow star like that, that means that that's a golden opportunity, because that is a course that's in high demand with fewer competitors in that course, which means if you build a course on it, you have a much higher chance of making lots of sales in that course and making more money off that course. So if I was in real estate and had the little yellow star, under, sorry, I don't have my glasses. That's what I'm looking for. Real estate leads. I'm like, and I wasn't sure what to write on, like what to do my course on. I'm like, real estate leads. Well, I know a lot about, I'm in real estate. I know a lot about real estate leads. Well, that would be my first course I would start with then, because that would be a lot easier for me to start getting traction with. Okay, so see how to use this? Okay, I got one more chart for you on the same tool. If you scroll to the very bottom of that URL, what Udemy does, which is brilliant for me as a marketer, and it's going to be brilliant for you guys, is in order, it will list all of the top courses under that category in order of who's selling the most. I know, silver platters. Anyone else thinking like silver platter? This is fabulous. Okay, so wait. Oh, excuse me for a second. What you're gonna do with that information is, sorry guys.
Take a moment. It's okay. Take a moment. This is like,
oh, got a
so
little
good. Oops.
Oh, she got too excited there.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is, if it's in order, you're gonna, of course, gonna use these top courses as your market research, right? So you're gonna go in, you're gonna look at the titles, you're gonna look at their descriptions, you're going to look at their course topics, their lessons, look at how they've structured everything. But what I want you guys to also know, because we're going to use it in a minute somewhere else for another ninja trick, is you're going to go into each of these and you're going to look for every course that'll teach, it'll show you the company or the name of the person who designed the course, and you're going to go to their website and you're going to grab their website URL. Because if they're a top ranking course on Udemy, you could be 100% sure that they're doing really strong marketing. And by following what the marketing they're doing, we can get some amazing marketing strategy tips that are working. Because here's the proof, guys. They're the top ranking courses. We know their marketing's working. So if you're not quite sure how to do marketing, I'm going to show you a couple tricks on how to spy on their marketing. Sound good? Okay, so you're going to do all of this. You're going to spend time on it. You're going to grab that URL. You're going to follow what they're doing. Never, ever, ever copy. We're going to model what they're doing right. Okay, awesome. So is that helpful so far?
Yes.
Are you guys all going to try this? Got your commitment to try this? That's super fun. And it's very addictive, I just got to say. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is what I want to just tell you guys. Think like a marketer. So as a marketer, when you think, it's good to let your heart drive you and your instincts drive you, but as a marketer, you always want to let data drive you. I never do any marketing for myself or my clients unless I read the data and let the data tell me the decisions that I should be making. Because if you read the data and make your decisions based on that, you have a much higher chance of succeeding. Okay, and then I also put have some fun with it because the stuff is super addictive and super, super fun. Okay, next slide, please. Are you guys ready for ninja trick number 2? Remember I said start with the big, like the biggest boys, like go where the top information is and where people are going. So our next place we're gonna go is Amazon. I know without asking that you guys all know how to use Amazon, right? Like who does not love shopping on Amazon? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Amazon for what they were originally designed for. And that of course is books. So Amazon, known for the Kindle ebooks, right? And we've probably all bought our books from Amazon. This is where we go. So what is the current top ranking ebooks in your industry tell you? And if I was in anybody's industry and I said, this is their top book, what would you want to know? You'd want to know what's in that book, right? You want to know what title, you want to know the topics they're talking about, what the chapters are about, because if they're a top ranking book, they've already done all of that research to pretty much meet the demand of the customers in that niche and industry. Now, I know you all know how to use Amazon. You're probably all tempted to run into Amazon, type in your niche topic and start from there, which is great. But Amazon's got some really strange ass analytic things going on, algorithm things, I should say. And I don't even understand it. So if you type in your topic under ebooks, it's not going to bring you up what the highest ranking ebooks are, and it's not going to bring it up in the order, and it's not going to. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys where you really need to go, and that's called Amazon bestsellers. So I wrote in the URL. Again, if you don't want to write that entire URL down, you could just Google search Amazon bestsellers and it'll take you there. Just make sure it ends in ZGBS, okay? Because then you know you're in the right place. And basically, it doesn't work where you're doing your search at the top. You want to do your searches from the left. So what you're going to do is on the left, you're going to first start and you're going to look at Kindle. And then under Kindle, you're going to go under Kindle eBooks, okay? Then you're going to find your niche topic or category, and then you just go down as far as you possibly can go while keeping it broad. So again, with the nutrition person, you probably go down to nutrition, you probably take it one step further, but it doesn't go down, down, down. Like it keeps everything's pretty broad. But literally, just by doing that, voila, Amazon's going to pull up the hottest books it has in order of sales in the top order for you. So you'd be like, great. So you start at, next screen, please. So I'll just show you a little snapshot of what that looks like. Excuse me. So you see on the right, okay, this is book number, like top book number 1, but top book number 2, top number 3, and it'll just show them all on one page for you, which is brilliant. So you can look at the top 10, and then you're just going to start noticing some things, right? So what's a prominent color? So you guys can look at this and be like, okay, well, wow, this is, I did ab workouts just because I was wanting a good ab workout yesterday, so I thought this was relevant. But isn't it kind of interesting that anything with an ab workout uses yellow? And now you guys might be thinking, well, that's just coincidence, but it's not. I mean, colors is part of marketing psychology. And if you see, these are the top books. These books are selling thousands and thousands and thousands on Amazon, right? If they're using yellow for a reason. And if you go in and all top 10 books have yellow in it, guess what colors you're going to use for your course image, right? Or anything you do associated course, yellow. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to hire some kind of branding expert. You just be like, no, I'm using yellow. That's it. Because obviously this is what's going on. If ab workouts was your topic, right? Then you would look at like pictures they're using. Look at the font types they're using. Just look at the wording they're all using. Start getting ideas. Now, the one caution thing I'm going to tell you guys is that if you're looking at the top sellers on Amazon and you notice people with a big author name, the books could be selling because of the author, not because of the topic. So just be careful. If you see something's like, oh, Oprah wrote it. Well, Oprah could write anything. She could write about my socks and she would still be a bestseller, right? Like, that's just a given. But look for these no-name authors or littler name authors who have made it up as a bestseller. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on the book and you're going to start looking through it. So on the left, I put down some of the things you want to look at. One thing is amazing to look at that people don't think to look at is you're going to look at reviews. Because, I mean, just think about it for a second. I wish I could hear you guys yelling these things out, but just yell it out. Like, who cares if your neighbors hear you? But yell out. Like, if you're looking at reviews from top selling books in your industry niche, what are you finding out? Okay, or type it in the chat box so I know what you guys are thinking. But what do you guys think? What are you finding out by reading reviews? Anyone? I know. Am I going too fast?
No.
How about I just tell you?
I'm not the best review reader. My husband reads reviews for everything. But if I'm going to read a review, I usually scan to look for the negatives first, because a lot of times, you might have your friends and family who will do positive reviews for you, right?
It is true, but Amazon's algorithms will actually detect a lot of that and not allow it.
Ah.
Funny enough, they spy on us. They know. Yeah. Okay. What you liked and didn't like, it's obvious, right? What they didn't like about the book. Now, if you were creating an online course and you're finding out what people liked about a book, what does that tell you? It tells you, it's like, okay, I'm going to have that topic in my course. And if
Mhm.
you hear about what people didn't like, a lot of times people say what they didn't like, but what they would have liked instead, oh my gosh, you're like, oh, that's brilliant. And you're pretty much, by reading reviews, it's like called market research for free. You're doing free market research. People are telling you what they want and they don't want, right? You want me to repeat how to find the top 100 books? That's going into Amazon bestsellers. So if you go onto the URL, Amazon, if you just Google Amazon bestsellers, it'll take you to that URL and you could just go from there. So you'd start on the left, go to Kindle, go to ebooks, and find your niche categories from there. Okay, and those are the top books. So read the reviews, read the descriptions, read all that, look at the chapter titles. Now click in the book and go into the chapters. What do you guys think those chapters are giving you hints for if you're creating an online course? They could be, oh, go ahead. If you're going to say, they're going to be your lessons, right? Your modules. Oh, exactly. Someone got it. Woohoo. I wish I had like virtual prizes. But right, they're your modules. They're your lessons. Chapters are your lessons. Now, again, you're not going to copy. But if I'm going through, like, not even the top 10, but even the top 5, I'm going to look for trends. It's like, what chapters, even though they're all different, what 1, 2, 3 things are they all talking about? And then I'm like, those are my lessons. Those are my first 3 lessons. And then, you kind of go from there. And again, it's not hard. It is addictive, but it's not hard. And it is a lot of fun. And again, it's like just doing this massive amount of market research. These guys have already spent all like thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing. You're just kind of, saying, thanks, guys. I'm just going to, kind of borrow some of those ideas. It's perfectly fine. And it's absolutely good marketing to do that. Okay. So somebody said your modules, yeah, you're not copying, you're getting ideas from it for sure. And I'll come back to those questions when I can read them a little bit more carefully too. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So next slide, please. Okay. We're on ninja trick number 3. Ninja trick number 3 is, again, one of my other favorite sites that I always refer to, and this is called BuzzSumo. Now, BuzzSumo is the place to go if you want to find out the hottest trending content on the internet for pretty much anything. So BuzzSumo, whether you're going to build your online course or not, this is just the place to go if you want to do any marketing for your business at all. Okay. Now I'm going to show you 2 different ways to use BuzzSumo. One of them is the typical way. One of them is something that people don't know you can do with it, which is good. So what you're going to do, so the first step, you're going to type in your industry keyword, keep it broad, and you're going to find out the top trending content. And again, finding out the top trending content under your niche topic is pretty much going to give you some ideas of maybe a blog post you can do, what you can write in your social media, or what you can write an article on. So one of the marketing strategies that I use and other people use is if you write a really good, catchy blog article on your website that gets people's attention, you can then use that to take people to your course, right? So if you find out what those trending blog articles are, or just looking at what those topics are, and again, you could be like, oh, that would be a really good lesson, or that would be a really good bonus lesson, or an add-on to something else I was going to talk about. So pretty much what you're doing is this is going to just help you build those ideas. Now, step number 3, that is where people don't know that they can do is you would type in your competitor's URL. Because if you type in your competitor's URL, BuzzSumo, thank you, BuzzSumo, is going to go out and they're going to tell you what is the hottest topics that your competitors are putting on their website that's bringing traffic to their social media.
Or type in your
right?
own website.
Right?
Or
you could do your own website and you can find out
That's what I just did.
find out what content is driving people the most on social media back to your website.
Wow.
Absolutely. Really interesting to know, really, because most people don't know what it is and don't keep track of that. So any type of marketing you do, you want to have fun with that. So I'll show you a screenshot of what that could look like. So next slide, please.
Wow. Before you go on, there's a question. If there's no book on your topic, does that mean that you should make a course for it and it would be in high demand, or not because there's no marketing? There was no market for it.
It is always risky to do anything business wise if there's no obvious demand for it. It doesn't mean it's not going to be successful. It doesn't mean that there isn't an audience for it. It just means it's riskier. Now, there are other things you can look at. If you go to Amazon and no one's writing about something, but you go to Udemy and there are courses on it and the courses are making money on it, then yeah, still do it, right? Through the course, through my online course, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, I have some tricks in there as well as other places you can go to find out if there's any traffic at all for anything you're searching for. So that would really be helpful to you as well. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So next slide, please. I'm going to show you what BuzzSumo results look like. Okay, so this here is an example of what it would look like if you put in a broad category. So I put in just life coaching because a lot of people are in the coach category. And you can see, so see where it has the social media bubbles and it shows you how many thousands of likes they got per social media. So if I was a life coach, and the first life coach actually kind of makes me laugh. Okay, if your brother is still generous to your family after marriage, thank his wife, right? So this guy said it. He's probably a very high profile figure. So maybe it's not what he said. Maybe it's who he is that ended up getting likes. So you kind of have to make that call. But look, he's on it twice. So he said it twice and got like, look at all of those. Oh my gosh, all those likes. That's crazy. Let's see what the third one is. How to stop worrying, the life coach school. Okay, so maybe if you find some hot trending topic on how to stop worrying, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm a life coach and I'm writing about life coaching. So one of my lessons is going to be on how to stop worrying, right? It's just pretty obvious. Or I'm going to do a cheat sheet on the top 10 ways to minimize worrying. And then that's going to lead people to my course. And I'm going to give that out as a freebie. I mean, there's all kinds of different things to do. But the point here is to start generating ideas of things that are trending and things that people like. So on your social media, you could even link back to this life coach if you were in that industry and make a comment on that because you already know it's trending and you already know it's hot and you already know that it's got a lot of followers. And then if I was like a life coach, I'd be like, well, which social media platform should I concentrate on? And you do enough of these searches, right? It becomes pretty obvious, which social media platform is trending for your industry as well. So definitely worth spending time on this. And then I'll show you the next screenshot, thank you. The next screenshot is if you put in a URL. So I just picked Amazon, but I'm like, what's trending on Amazon? Well, their baby registry, right? People on Facebook are going nuts over that. And then they look at this tipsy ships drinking game. Oh my gosh. Does anybody here in e-commerce? Okay, you look, it's 151,000 people following this tipsy ships drinking game. If you're in e-commerce, get that thing in your store because holy goodness me, like people are going nuts. Get it in your store and post it on Facebook because there's like a whole marketing strategy right there. But I hope you guys can see, you're just getting ideas of what's working. You're getting ideas of what's working for your competitors. And once you start, again, doing this a few times, you start seeing those clear patterns. So it's what starts to happen is you start understanding very clearly is like, oh, well, my niche topic should be this. And my title should be something to do with this. And my color should be something like this. And this is what people are demanding and following. And so I better write some things about this. And it's pretty much what you're doing is you start to build a roadmap. And do you guys agree that once you have a roadmap for anything, that it just becomes a heck of a lot easier and a lot clearer on what you should do? And you're following a map, you can't really steer off course. right? Everything else falls into place. So next slide, please. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, our spy guy again, because this is a lot of what we learned how to do. Okay, next slide. So this kind of is just a little recap of what we've done. We did a little bit of research to find your keywords where all your marketing should always start. I didn't spend too much time on questions they are asking. There are some better ways to do that, which I cover in length in my course. But it kind of gives you ideas of trending topics and looking at the reviews and stuff. You can start getting ideas of the questions people are asking through doing that. And then once you know what people want to know, your job is simply just to answer it. That's all you're doing. Just being helpful, just being naturally you, right? Just pretend it's your best friend and they just like, I really need to know how to do this, help. And you're just like, blah, 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 because you know it so well. And don't ever discount the value of the knowledge that you have, because it is absolutely valuable. And to someone, it is golden. Okay. So we learned a lot about ethical spying. And at the very end, once you do all those things first, at the very end, that's when you're gonna add a bit of you. That's when you're gonna add your unique twist and your unique take on things. Okay. Notice how I put that last though. Do the things that work first, use data to tell you what to do, then you add your own little twist at the end. Okay. Next slide, please. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then on top of that, literally in a nutshell, all you need to build your course is you need a really good quality microphone. So here's my microphone. This here is called the Blue Yeti. I love my Blue Yeti. It never steers me wrong. I bought it on Kijiji. If you buy it at Staples, it's quite expensive. So I just bought mine off Kijiji for $60. I got a really good deal, and this thing is gold mine to me. If you put an online course, the most important thing on your online course is going to be the sound quality. If you do not have good sound equipment, nobody will accept your course. Okay. So don't make the mistake I first did where you record a whole bunch of stuff and then you can't use it, because it's really hurtful when that happens. You don't let that be you. So go invest in a good quality microphone. And like I said, go on Kijiji. You don't even have to buy it brand new. Then you're going to need some video editing software, and then you're going to need a solid marketing plan, obviously. And through even just those 3 little steps I showed you guys how to do, as you can see, you've already started to build a really good marketing strategy, right? Okay, so those are your basics. Next slide, please.
Someone wants to know, what editing software would you suggest, and how would you set up the mic, like if you have a laptop?
Okay, that is a lot of other questions, and I know I'm getting close to the hour. So there were actually,
if you need to, it's fine. It's up to you.
Yeah, no. In brief though, like obviously, and that's a very good question. I personally use Camtasia. I love Camtasia, and I don't know if it's still available, but once you guys become a Udemy instructor, there used to be a coupon floating around to get Camtasia for Udemy instructors at 50% off. I don't know if that still exists anymore. You probably want to Google search it, but if you can get a coupon for that, why not, right? And what was that other question she had about how to set up the mic? Oh, I just bought it and I plugged it into my laptop. Okay. That's it. Yeah, and then there's settings on it. I watched a YouTube video on how to properly set up a Yeti, and in 5 minutes they showed me where to put all the little controls. I love YouTube. Yeah, okay, next slide, please. And then we'll get to questions. We'll get to more questions at the end as well, depending on what your time. I just don't want to hold anybody over their time. But I do want to quickly introduce you, if you love this stuff. Did you guys get value out of this? Like, did you guys learn something you've never learned before? Was this helpful?
I feel like it's helpful to really narrow down the right topic to build the course on, because you can pick all these topics out of thin air, but if you have data to back it up, you feel more confident going in. You feel like you'll
Exactly. Oh yeah, look at all the yeses coming. This is fabulous. And I love what you said, Twinny. Absolutely. It's your roadmap and knowing what's right. I wish, I don't want anybody to be in the same situation I was when it's like I dabbled in e-commerce before, and I remember how many times I would just be swearing and saying, If someone would just tell me what the frick to sell, I would get this right, because that's your starting point. But what I'm trying to do here is let you guys have the strategy so you know what the frick to do your course on. Because if you pick the wrong thing, it's going to be very discouraging. But if you pick the right thing, it's going to be so encouraging for you, because it can open up, like I said, all those other doors for you. It can bring you in new clients. It can get you speaking engagements. It can get you onto the platforms. Even if you get a little dribble money from here and there and there, it's regular income. You're starting something, right? That you otherwise wouldn't have. So my online course creation, marketing hacks to building and selling an online course, is pretty much stuff I just covered in more detail, and a whole lot more of marketing ninja tricks, a whole lot more stuff. And like I said, it's the exact formula and framework that I've used to develop all of my courses. Next slide, please. Who here would love more of this and more of those tricks for free? Who here would just love it for free?
Everybody. Yeah.
Come on, guys, you don't want this for free. Like, you could just follow it at your own pace, pause it, do the work. You literally, you follow it, and by the end of it, okay, my course, I think, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long my course is. I think it's 2.5 hours altogether, right? So 2.5 hours, you follow it. If you work quickly in 2.5 hours, you could have a friggin' like entire roadmap built up for you, and you know exactly what you're going to talk about, what your course is going to be about. Obviously, I suggest spending more time on each of those things, though. So maybe a few hours, but under a day, can you imagine, under a day, you have your entire outline built for your first online course, right? Like, I promise you, it's not more difficult than that. You guys can all do it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm so glad so many people love it for free. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So next slide, please. Oh, these are just some of the things you'll learn. Oh, the other thing I teach you guys in the course too is I teach you how to find your ideal student who will buy your course. Wouldn't that be helpful to know who they are, right? So who you're selling to, you know how to talk to them, you know what to say. You're just like, you know, it's not, building an online course is not like build it and they will come. Building an online course is like building it for the right person and then saying, hey, I've got what you wanted, and they come for it, okay? So I tell you exactly how to do that and how to build your marketing systems and your roadmap. Next slide, please. Okay. Yeah, so this is just kind of like just more benefits, and like I said, you guys have got this. You guys know how to do this. Like I said, everything I've covered, you guys all did it with me. I know there was a couple questions, but there was no questions about I don't understand, right? It's simple stuff. Would you guys agree? It's simple stuff. You guys can do this. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about it. So this is what happened. When you have your course up on some platforms like Udemy, they allow you to do promotions on your course, right? Now, I really felt like this was the most amazing time to present this webinar and to present this information, because I know that a lot of you guys are in situations that you were not intending to be in. And I know that you guys never want to be in that sort of situation again. It's kind of like me when I first got laid off and I was in corporate. You know, I was just like, this is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to generate income. I don't know where to start. And I just wish somebody had told me anything I could do to just start making any money. Because it kind of, once you start making some money, it starts snowballing. You start getting more and more and more. And like I said, once you start opening opportunities, it's incredible what just opens up for you. So I wanted to give back. So I didn't have to, but I really wanted to. So I went and I got a whole bunch of free codes for you guys, right? But Udemy only lets me have a few codes. Now, what happened was I uploaded my course to Udemy, and unfortunately, they felt that my very last topic was a little too promotional, because I was telling people that I'm coming up with the course number 2 and telling them what that was about, and Udemy didn't like that. So I have to redo my video. So I have to resubmit my last video to Udemy. So everything's on pause for a couple of days. So I don't have that code for you. But what I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give you 3 options, okay? And I know no one's probably ever done this before, and I'll tell you why I'm doing it this way. I'm going to give you a code to get it for free. I'm going to give you a code to directly go get the course at full price. And I'm going to give you a code to get the same course for $9.99. And you guys might be thinking, well, why the hell wouldn't I take the free one, right? Well, Udemy, unfortunately, like I said, gives me limited quantity. So I get a limited quantity of free. I get a limited quantity of $9.99. If I'm going to let you guys decide, I'm not going to judge. If you guys are in a situation where you need it for free and you're committed to getting started and you're just like, I just need to get my course up. I need this information. I need to start generating any kind of income. I just want to get this started and done. And you promise to leave me a 5-star review. Just kidding. Well, not kidding. If you love it, take the free code. Okay. If you guys are like, no, I see the value in this. Holy crap, $9.99. Like that is a hands down good deal. I can make $9.99 back in just 1 month. Like definitely. And then if you've got multiple platforms, you can make like 10 times, 20 times as much per month. Then pay $9.99 for it, right? And then if you guys are in a situation who's like, no, I see the value in this. I know I can make money. I want to get started. It's what I've been waiting for. Let everybody else who needs it have those codes. I'll pay regular price. Then take that code. I'm going to let you guys decide. But very unfortunately, Udemy is a little bit delayed. So Duania, if you don't mind, can we promise that I could email those codes to everybody as soon as Udemy approves my last lesson, which I'm hoping is tomorrow or the next day.
So
and then you guys are gonna, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to upload this video on YouTube tonight or tomorrow, send out an email to all the registrants tomorrow, and then once you send me the codes, I can send that out to the registrants as well.
Awesome. And then we could upload it to YouTube as well too in the description, right?
Yeah.
You could have it in there. Perfect. So you guys, that's what's going to happen. That's why I'm doing it that way. If I could give it to you all for free, trust me, I would. I want you guys all to have this. I want you guys to get started. I want you to share it with me. Absolutely share it with me when you got it up, because that'll give me a nice warm fuzzy and I'll know it's working. All right. Next slide, please.
Someone wants to know if you only sell your courses on Udemy.
Oh, no, heck no. Heck no. Are you kidding me? Well, so right now, so what happened was I rebuilt some of my courses because in marketing things change all the time. I'm just getting back into launching all my new ones. I literally, using my strategy, remember I said I could build courses pretty fast using my strategy and framework. It still takes hours of work. It's hours and hours of work. But like November, December, I literally worked like a slave person around my client files, day, night, weekends, did not stop. And I got 5 courses built. Like, so 2 of them were rebuilt and 3 of them are brand new. So I just uploaded it to 2 platforms. Grinfer was one and Udemy was the other one I chose to start with. But now I'm starting to get those request emails come in. So Skillshare just sent me a request email and said, we really want your courses on our platform. I investigated them. They're one of the top platforms as well. I did some of my marketing hacks to make sure they were legit by how much traffic Google's sending them, because that's important for me to know. And so I am like super psyched that my first course just went live on their platform today, actually. So I'm very excited about that. I just put up a Google Maps, Google My Business course on Udemy. I just uploaded that when was it, 2 weeks ago, and I'm on the #1 page of Udemy for that course right now. So wow. I am so psyched about that. I'm so happy about that. And that's pretty much how it's done. So heck no, do not put it on one platform. Once you get on one platform, now make sure you do your research like I did. Do not just put it on some hokey platforms, because what happens is I'm just warning you guys, there are platforms out there that are not legit. You will upload your course, do all that work, because it takes it takes a long time to upload a course and writing your description and your titles and your pictures and stuff. And they will take it and they will take your name off and put their name on it, and you will never hear from them again. Okay, so just be careful of where you upload your courses. But just remember, every platform, once you have your course done, you can make money off of each of them. And the most amazing part is they market your course for you. They're marketing your name, your expertise, your niche out for you. It's like having a whole bunch of free marketing companies that you don't have to pay for, and they send you money. It's like golden. It's a fabulous situation. So yeah, absolutely. But do Udemy first, because like I said, quality, if you pass their quality standards, you know the other places will accept your course. You know it's a good course. And if you don't pass their standards, they will tell you why, so you can make your course better. So trust me, just start with Udemy. Can't go wrong. Next slide. Sorry, I forgot. There's 2 more. Okay, that's me. Find me on Udemy and Grinford for now, and I'm going to add on all the other places as I build them. And next slide. And yeah, these are my current courses right now. So I've got 5. So Facebook ads, Google My Business, building an online course, SEO, of course, my specialty. Next slide. Okay, and here's some ways to connect. So I'm gonna leave that up, and I'm gonna ask to see, do we need to, I know like it scrolled way past a lot of those questions. Could you tell me which questions I missed?
So
And you guys go ahead, now's the time to ask those questions. I know we're a little bit over time.
Answered some in the Q&A box, but there was a question about, one second. I'm going to start at the bottom and scroll up. So we need, wait. We need an Udemy course platform to make courses. That would be a yes. So if you're selling Udemy.
You don't need to go on Udemy first, but go register on Udemy as an instructor and upload your first course there, because then you'll have to meet a quality standard. So I would start there. Yeah.
Then Karen, you're thinking of building an online course with another loctician in another country. Any tips to make it work smoothly? Honestly, Karen, I would use it the same way as you do any type of partnership. Generate a partnership agreement.
With another, okay, so you're like co-authoring a course. Yeah, Udemy actually has a section where you could co-author, and then they will split the money for you and help you set that up. So have a look at a Udemy's platform for something like that. That might be helpful.
Does BuzzSumo display data on Instagram likes? I think when we pulled it up, it was Facebook, Twitter,
Pinterest.
Yeah, I don't think I saw Instagram.
And LinkedIn. I don't think it has Instagram, no. But I wonder, now I'm really curious to know if Instagram's got a content sharing. I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that. If I find out, I'll just put it in the description box, or in YouTube.
Does Udemy pay you in US funds?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it goes into PayPal, and then PayPal converts it to Canadian when they send you the money.
Yeah. And
you do need to fill out tax forms for Udemy as well. It looks complicated. Don't worry, it's really easy. You could just send me an email. I'll send you a 3-step how to do it.
I'm scrolling up to see if I missed anything. There was a lot of conversation in this one, guys. Wow.
I love the interest. Because that means that you guys are ready. That's the main thing. I love it.
Still scrolling. You can't use computer. Oh, someone was asking if you could use the computer mic, but the mic that you have is just better sound quality.
Oh, it is like night and day difference. Like, here, let me unplug. So this is me without the mic, right? You can still hear me. That's my computer. And then this is me with the mic. And this is quite far away from my mouth. Did you guys hear a difference? I can't hear what you guys have heard. So it just makes it clearer. Invest. Like I said, I only spent $60 on Kijiji. It's worth the investment to get your courses approved. And it's not just that. If your sound, well, think about all the times you've gone to YouTube to try to listen to something. And if it's not a good sound quality, don't you just skip right off it? Right? Like, I've done that. It just makes it hard to learn if you can't hear properly. Yeah.
Someone wants to know about Ed2Go or Gale courses. Any advice in working with those platforms?
I've never heard of those platforms. Sorry. There's many platforms. There's many platforms. You just, if you don't know, I mean, there's spying hacks, again, where you could just see if a website's legitimate or not based on what Google thinks. But the easiest thing to do is go into Google and just type in the platform and type in, is this legit? Just the name of it, and is this legit? And you'll get all kinds of different things. Or you could type in their name and reviews. That would be a good one to do as well.
Someone else is asking if there's a free alternative for Camtasia.
Never seen it. It's an expensive it's an expensive editing tool. I love it. I love it. Now I did see a couple months ago, I did see an alternative. I did see an alternative to Camtasia. They were just starting out. Um, Guy's name, I believe it was Paul Pona who put that out. Paul's like this mastermind genius. He makes all kinds of stuff. Let me look it up, and I'll just see if I could find Camtasia alternate. But the only reason I'm a little hesitant is because I hate ever recommending something that I haven't personally tested out.
Right.
Because then I can't vouch to the quality. I know with Camtasia, it is so very amazing for what I need, that I can make my courses look pro, and they have little lessons. Like when I was first starting, they have these little mini lessons you could go through. It's just, I've never had a problem with it. I love it. So I know there's other, but again, I can't, I'm sorry. I have not personally tried anything else out. But let me try to find this guy. I think Paul developed it, this alternative. It was a crazy amazing price. If I can find it, I will put it in the YouTube as a link, but I will put a disclaimer. I would definitely put a disclaimer that I have not personally tried it.
How about, someone says, how do you record your video segments on your computer?
Oh, Camtasia does it for me.
Excellent. Is there a correlation with the length of your course and the cost of your course?
Yes, that's a great question. I didn't just notice it with mine, but I've noticed it. So when you're doing your spy research, right? I shouldn't call it that. We'll call it hacking. Yeah, you're spy hacking. But when you're doing that, when you're pulling up the top ranking courses on Udemy, you will notice very quickly that the ones that are longer are much higher price. And the one thing that I'm almost set up to do, I'm just going to build one or two other courses. And then what I'm going to do is start bundling mine. You notice that when people start bundling their courses, they charge $200, $300, $400 for that. And they rank higher because people buy those courses. They just want to pay once and get everything. So I'm going to do an online mastery bundle course with all of these courses, because now altogether between all my courses, I've probably got about 12 hours worth of content. So I'm almost at the point where I could start, charging that per course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is excellent. Someone said, how much is Camtasia? I have no idea.
When I bought it, it was a few years ago. So I don't know what the current price is. I'm pretty sure it's well over $100 though.
That's not bad for what you're trying to use it for.
Well, yeah. And like I said, your most important things is going to be your microphone and your Camtasia software. You might even if you want to get started, you want to get started fast, you could always co-join with somebody else in your industry and just say, let's do this together. Because then your course will be longer, so you could charge more for it. If it's longer, you could get two different personalities on it, which could help break up the course and make it more interesting. And you're splitting up the work, right? You're splitting up the vendor research. You're splitting out all of that up. You're splitting up the marketing costs when the course is done, all that content you'll develop to get people back to your course. So, but you could also split the cost of the microphone and the cost of Camtasia. But I've tried to co-author courses many times, and it's never, ever worked out, because it's really hard to find a partnership where that person is as committed to you as you to getting it done, right? I'm just saying, I hope you guys have better luck with that. I personally haven't, and I'm just like, if I guess I'm done, I just get it done. So yeah.
Well, that's all the questions, but I want to reiterate to everyone that this entire video will be available on our YouTube channel by tomorrow, the latest. I will also send out an email with the link to the video, and with what I will do is put the hyperlinks that were in this presentation in the email, as well as Trisha's contact information so that you all know where to find her, and you have the links to like the Amazon and the BuzzSumo and the Udemy so that it's all there. And I will follow up with the codes, the promo codes for the course extension. So it's either going to be in tomorrow's email if she gets the codes, or it will be, once she receives the codes, I'll make sure it's emailed out to everyone.
Yep, I'll get it out as soon as possible. I'm going to record that lesson. I have to re-record that lesson, so I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning, and hopefully it's just a matter of them just looking at it going, yeah, good to go, right? It was my faux pas. So the biggest thing, guys, don't be overly promotional. I mean, you're there to teach. So teach, give them the tips. Don't promote anything else. As hard it is as a marketer for me not to promote, I must resist. You guys, thank you so much for being an amazing audience. I just want to know, I want to just hear final. Are you guys all committed to doing this? Are you guys all committed to getting your course out there?
Yes.
Let's see. Yes. I love emojis too. If you guys could do emojis. Excellent, guys. Oh, that makes me so happy. Yes. Yay.
I have been course for a long time, so this is really good. This is amazing.
Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said, guys, I can't promise this will make you millions, but like I said, you're taking steps in the right direction. Okay.
Okay. So
excellent. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks so much.
Webinar
and thanks so much.
Go ahead, Trisha.
Oh, I was going to say thank you very much to our lovely hostess for letting me be on this.
You're welcome. Just so everyone knows, our next webinar is going to be on April 8th. I totally forgot the topic, but it will be on April 8th. The link is already available to register on our, I might be lying, I might not have put the link up on our Instagram page, but it's on our Facebook page already. And we have quite a bit of things that we're trying to sort out here at Canadian Small Business Women. Just bear with us in this time. I'm committed to finishing my keynote talk, which I'm 90% done. Once I'm finished that, I'm working on these courses. I'm still going to do our Instagram lives. We will still have webinars. We're sorting out what to do for our May event in Niagara. And please, if you can, pick up a copy of this book here. If I can, just put the link right now. And we are actually giving away a $100 Visa gift card for anyone who not only purchases the book, and if you go on our Instagram page, you see how you can win. You post a picture with the book with the hashtag that it says on the Instagram page. Join our mailing list, and we're going to give away a $100 Visa gift card.
Nice. That will cover getting one of these.
There you go. You're welcome.
It's karma, right? Yeah.
Perfect. So have a great night, everyone. It's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. And try to stay safe. Please, if you don't have to go out, just don't. Please.
Because look at all the wonderful things you can do from home.
Build your course. Stay home. My Trudeau dad voice. Stay home. I thought he was going to lose it yesterday.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, everybody. And thanks for those final comments. I'm going to go through them. I'll go through them now. Okay, take care. Have a good night, everybody.